No, don't start without me. I haven't applied the mail yet.
They can send you. Where are you?
Kind of horsing around.
Is that piece of trash? I probably shouldn't do it in the browser. I'm actually streaming. I tried casting Summon Commander Bunny. I don't know if it's going to work. Oh, we are streaming, by the way. So Shadow, behave yourself.
No, welcome, everyone.
No promises.
To critically failing. Actually, what do we want to call ourselves? I want to call us
On my stream, we are AA's Lunatics.
Welcome to Drinking and Dragons.
But I'm not drinking. Or does orange soda count?
It's all good. I got cream soda.
Yay! Non-alcoholic beverages.
And I will slip out the bottle of the Irish whiskey.
Your flask got lost. Remember?
Alrighty.
I'm talking about my own.
Ready.
My stack's real drunk. Okay.
Alrighty. Yes, pass the chips! Pass the chips! Oh my god!
Oh my gosh!
You guys thought I was bad.
Chips!
Okay.
It's because I have Doritos Cool Ranch here.
Doritos!
Reaction might still be a little over the top, but oh my gosh, the DM has lost it. Hi everyone!
Badasses.
Oh sweet.
It's all my fault.
Yes,
Yeah,
No,
we're gonna
it's
play
called
the game.
Sub's fault.
Alright guys, so where we last left our heroes, they were on their own separate journeys for fame and fortune and questions and answers. They had managed to get their way through their own separate devices into a underground cavern, known as, to some, as the basement. They were expecting an actual building. What they got is the sewers underneath Exos. So, by traversing the waterways, some of them, unfortunately, realizing that the ceiling was 15 foot tall, tried to traverse some of the obstacles, were a little less than successful. Our poor Aarakocra took a dip, as well as our druid, in the sewage. Nasty, nasty sewage. But through various means of either killing aggressive ones or pacifying a couple, you all managed to get through the sewers relatively unscathed, with most of your hit points intact. So as we journey through, you guys see the big door of what apparently is the basement, with the symbol of 3 daggers covering the outside. From what Senju had told you, this symbol itself is probably a mark of some sort of guild hall or some sort of center for thieves. And
I don't know.
Center for thieves and sort of
Yeah, I got it covered.
stronghold. So as you guys are looking at the big doors, you guys look around and suddenly is gone.
You just broke
Like
up.
he's
Gone?
as you guys look at the door and realize where you are, you guys look around and there's 4 of you instead of 5.
Makes sense.
That dirty thief. Can't trust a rogue.
Like I said, can't trust a rogue. Never trust a rogue. And you notice that the door is suddenly ajar.
Okay. I
Oh.
like jars.
Okay.
Why did the
The
door
door is-
turn into a jar?
The door is partially opened. And Shadow, I do in fact want you to roll a Constitution save.
Got it. Shave. I'm looking right at it. I know I am. There you go.
You hold your own. You feel very much ill, and you just kind of dry heave and kind of, but but you managed to hold whatever was coming up in.
I'm probably looking back at him very concerned because my paladin's actually a nice person.
Turning green. Turning very veritable shades of green.
Why are you turning green?
Oh, I'm not sure. I just got done picking off every last bit of my feathers, and that involves me using my mouth. So I might have ingested just a little bit too much of the gooey stuff. Oh, I'm not feeling
dear.
too well, guys. Yeah, I'm not feeling too hot at all. I think I need to lie down.
Well, maybe there'll be somewhere inside where we can do that.
You guys open the door. Who's opening the door?
How about the
Well,
paladin?
Incapacitate it.
Wait, who is?
Paladin can open it.
Paladin's opening the door. As the big wide door kind of opens, you see inside. You see a very dimly lit, large room. It's lit by various candles and candelabras smattered around the area. So you guys can see just bar, like an actual full wooden bar with alcohol behind it. About 6 or 7 stools. You see about 5 tables, haphazardly positioned space with chairs, and then you see off on the side, you actually see what looks to be a room with
Spoon?
beds and you see a small room with beds. There's no doors. It's actually just a big open cavern. It's a big open space as you walk in. But you see the bar, you see the tables, and then you see basically beds or cots set up on the side. Over about right about here. Oh, you're not? Is everybody on?
I'm looking at the main city.
The one that looks like a giant brown square.
It's beautiful.
I didn't do any details to it yet.
You're just
I'm not
breaking
looking
up
at
really
that.
bad, so it's hard to follow.
Hold on. I need to turn up my settings.
Alright.
There we go. Okay, sorry. No, you should be here. I moved all the players.
Try refreshing the browser if you're seeing the wrong map.
Reload your
Yep.
page.
Got it.
If you're not seeing it, reload the page.
That seems to happen every now and again in this site.
Wheat nuggets,
Poor
brown
Birdie
square.
is sick.
Brown square.
Don't
Yeah, he's all green.
call me a birdie. Blech. I am ill, so I can't be fully mad at you right now.
Don't puke
Don't
on the
tell me.
druid, please.
Puke anywhere I want to puke, Missy. Right now, I don't have the strength to move.
Ooh, dude, we're getting a map.
This is not to scale. Like, by no means is it to scale. I'm just kind of putting it together.
Well, that one's obviously...
Like I said, haphazard. Everything kind of looks like it was thrown into place. I wonder why.
Well, those tiny chairs are obviously meant for halfling butts. The bigger ones are meant for shadow.
Hey, I have a cute tissue.
Bed.
So leave me alone.
Nope.
Bed. Then that's pretty much it. Okay. You see a guy, a dude, a person. Everybody roll me a perception real quick.
Got it.
Alright, first
see
roll of
what
the
it
week.
was. See what you guys
The
is.
studios.
Oh, no good can come of this.
Yeah, perception.
Crap.
And you guys can hear me better, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're steady now.
Okay.
Give me a second. I'm just having a bit of trouble scrolling. Perception. Yahtzee.
Awesome. Sickest person, yeah, has the best roll. He can see it, whether or not he's actually going to do a thing.
Helpers
again?
have decent vision.
Was there a bartender I can see to rent out a bed?
I don't.
I want to
Actually,
rent out
anyone?
the bed.
there's what you see, Shadow. You actually, your eyes, you're so focused on like your current predicament. You actually see that there's a large, what looks like to be a water basin. A metal. It's like a big metal bowl.
Okay.
That's like the size of like it's a little bigger than a bathtub. It's a huge kind of a water basin.
Oh, I know
and
what
you
you're
see
talking
that there's
about.
a campfire that's burning underneath it. It's smoldered to embers, and you see very light whiffs of steam coming off of this basin.
Ah, I'm
And you
digging
actually
it.
see one of the maidens, because you see the bartender. There's about 3 or 4, and this is what the rest of you see. 3 or 4 barmaids taking drinks, making food, taking orders. You see about 4 or 5 patrons. You see 2 people. 2 of the beds are filled, and then you see a woman over here in this big corner over here, sitting with about 3 children, kind of in a semicircle, like right about here. That's kind of what you see. And you see one of the barmaids, Shadow, actually walk over to that big water basin, take a decanter, fill it up with the hot water, and walk over to somebody and pour it in one of the glasses.
Oh, so it's not made for bathing. It's made for drinking.
For tea. It's for either tea or hot drinks.
Shadow's gonna reappropriate it.
No, I'm not gonna do that. If that's the case, then I'm just gonna freaking make my way to the bartender and ask to rent out his bed if it's up just for the night, because I'm not gonna be lasting too long, and I need to figure out some way to clean myself. So
Fair enough.
bathing in there, yeah.
Okay, anybody else going to the bar?
Probably gonna go over there and ask like
Bar's right.
where we are, you know?
Right?
Yeah, bar's right there.
I'm trying to figure out where we are. So I'm pushing the bar. So I'm asking the bartender, "Yo, why are we in a sewer?" kind of thing.
You actually, as you get closer to where the bar is, you see on the back wall of behind the bar, where all the random haphazard bottle of liquors are, you see a giant wooden, like engraving that says "The Basement," like it's actually like the name of the tavern.
Okay.
No.
So maybe at that point, I'm asking, whatever possessed you to set up a tavern here in the sewers of all places? Went on up above ground have been more logical?
And you see this rather rotund human man, big beer belly, curved mustache, balding on the head, and he kind of he's cleaning one of the glasses, and he kind of saunters up to you, and he's like, "Oh, alolas! Would you care for a drink?" And it keeps the weather here keeps the drinks cooler.
Unfortunately, she's very naive, so she's probably going to buy that. But in general, she's probably going to shake.
He actually looks over at the Birdman, and he's go, "Oh, you poor sap! What have you been drinking? Definitely not from here."
You're playing that accent way too well, by the way.
Leave me alone. Leave me to my own devices.
Nice.
I love you too.
Oh, good lord.
I can rent you out of bed, but you must pay. You need coin.
Well, however much you need, you can have it. I still have enough gold in my pockets to suffice the
Anybody
night.
else doing
At
anything?
least one night.
At this point, I'm probably looking back
Any
to the rest of the party to see what they want to do.
Actually, hold on. Cool. He actually looks over at the dripping druid, and he goes, "Hey, girl, come up, come up, come up. Let me take a look at you." You walk over. Okay. Mouth full of chips. Kind of looks her up and down, sees that her clothes are like soaking wet, but he also notices this big fur bundle that she's got like under her arm from all the rat pelts, and he kind of looks down at the pelts and goes, "You deal. You all are together, correct?" And
Yeah, you can say that.
I
I'm
suppose
back.
so. Welcome back.
Well,
Kinda been
they only
there.
have a few beds to as you can see. If you're willing to trade me those belts that you've obtained,
Buddy joined your channel.
I'd be happy to trade you,
Hi.
sir.
Sorry.
Yay!
Sorry.
We found the basement.
You found a what?
Give them the pelts, man. I'm freaking hurting over here.
We're in the basement.
Okay, hang on. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna
You
come
can watch the rest of the
in.
stream later.
No.
Yeah, we just
okay.
started.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we just started. So
Hang
I'm
on a
gonna
sec,
enter.
Shadow. I'm talking with Mila.
Alright.
Let me just get in. Did
you just wake up?
Literally woke up. Yes,
Okay.
I just literally woke up.
Oh, yeah, Senju, take yourself 5 minutes to get you some coffee, sweetie. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, go get you some coffee and come back. Okay.
Alright. Then whatever's left over in value for the pelts, I'd like in coin.
Roll a persuasion.
Come on. Okay, that means
How
I'll
many
be
do
right
you
back.
have, by the way? Don't you have 6?
I'll just go and splash myself up.
I
My face with water.
You have
and I'll
5 and then the heart. Oh, you gave it to Toriko. Okay. So you have 5. And you have slightly damaged. Okay. Alright, but you have 5 pelts. Okay. Alright. Yeah, persuasion. Oh, sweetie.
Whoops.
They're damaged. There's not much I can do with them other than to maybe barter for tanning. They're all soiled, though. They're all dirty. They're all covered in sewer water. They were all soiled. Yeah. Yeah, the best you can hope for with that kind of roll is take the beds. Go. Alright, you hand the bundle over.
Back.
He hands the pelts off to one of the helpers. Comes running out.
I promise I'll pay you back for
and
the
he-
pelts, big guy.
So yeah, he says that you can veritably stay here, sleep, rest, drink. You need food.
I do
Ooh, we are
have gator
drinking.
teeth as well if you're willing to trade something else.
Ooh, gators!
You
You
just
actually
wanted the pelts.
managed to best a gator!
Damn it.
Much mind. What
You actually
happened?
managed to best one of the gators.
What a leader.
Yeah,
It's like
a
you
few
give
of
them
them,
while the
and I've
offer
got
is
some
good. You
teeth.
don't.
What's up, Shadow?
No. That's where I would have leered at her, but like you get them while the deal is good. You don't just keep giving them more stuff. We already got the beds.
Do you want drinks or not, Shadow? I could basically get a good amount from the bar using these teeth.
You know
what are we
Since
doing
I
here?
just got done losing my flask.
I can't tell if they're
Sure.
fighting in or out of character.
What is going on?
You're
I'm
getting
staying in
coffee.
character.
Okay.
I already have coffee.
Fair.
Okay.
Fair. Okay. So yeah, so he's actually rather interested that you guys actually managed to take out one of the gators. Good job.
Awesome.
Hey, musical, make a persuasion. Make a persuasion about
Oh,
that.
boy.
You're awesome. Come on. Come on.
Sure.
Put the dice in your mouth,
That was
Liz.
an out of character
Put the
comment,
dice
but
in
sure,
your
I'll roll
mouth, Liz.
persuasion. I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
Oh, nice.
Hey, I have no idea what that does.
You guys like 5? You guys have like 5 goals?
I have 15.
Oh yeah, you have a little more. You have like maybe 25? You have 15. Okay.
How much gold do I
Um,
have?
Check your
It should
inventory.
be there on your sheet.
I'll check it.
How much you started with anyway.
Yeah, it should be like between 10 and 15 gold. So, yeah. Yeah, he kind of looks you all over and goes, "Very well, bested yourselves a gator. Good deal. After you rest and get some food in your belly, got a few items that have been misplaced. Gators, lo and behold, decided that they were going to take up refuge in one of my keepsake areas. You can go and retrieve trinkets. I'll pay you for your
You
services.
can go and retrieve shinies?
Shh.
Yes,
Send you
please
don't.
go and retrieve the shinies.
Cool.
So,
How far is your little keepsake area?
it's back down in the sewer.
Just one thing. And we do this, we get the job done. I need information. That's the only thing that makes me a part of this deal.
Fair. I know a lot of people. I've known some of your kind before.
Okay, I'm busy right
You have any information on a man named Jaluk?
Hello. My brain is a bit fuzzy as he puts his hand forward as kind of a beckoning motion.
now. My character's just looking at him like he has 3 heads because she doesn't get what he's driving at.
How much gold do I have on me? God damn it.
Well, he said he'd pay you if you come back with the trinkets.
Get the job done. I take half my earnings, and you give me the information I look for. Does that cut a deal or not?
Roll a persuasion.
Persuasion rolled. Give me a second. Oh no, perception. I'm sorry.
Perception. Wrong one.
Sorry.
I almost did the same
Persuasion?
thing.
Yes.
If only that perception was the original thing.
Job in a third.
Yeah, wait, what? Say again? I'm rolling for what?
No. You roll your persuasion, and he kind of looks you up and down and goes, job in a third. A third rather than a half.
Yeah.
Or not.
No,
a third.
less than a half. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Or yeah, a third. Job in a third.
Yes. Deal.
Okay. Awesome. So yeah, he totally is like couple of the waitresses come forward with hot plates of food, couple of glasses of meat and various things so you guys can food up and rest. Do you guys want to take a long? Do you guys want to take a short? What are we doing?
I just found out the tacos are ready downstairs, so.
That's
Are you talking about how
food.
long we're
Well,
staying
no,
here at this
guys.
hotel?
Are
Okay.
you guys as a group taking a long rest or a short rest? If
Oh.
you take a
Vote on
long, you
long.
get all of your refreshes up.
I would say
Someone needs
long,
to
given
clean
that
out
few of
the
us have
group.
taken some damage.
Someone
Yeah,
needs to
plus
clean up
I
the
just
gunk.
played half my spells.
Yeah, and cure the illness. Actually, musical, do me a favor and roll an insight check on Shadow real quick.
Oh God, am I at her beck and call? Jesus, I am doomed.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. You've seen this kind of sickness before. Like, you're seeing what's happening to him. you kind of know what's going on.
Oh,
So I'm probably going to vote for a longer rest at that point, and she's probably going to, at least when others aren't paying attention, because Shadow's character Javik seems like a very proud sort. She might just approach him silently and like, "Are you well? Are you okay? Like, are you sick?" Blah 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 blah. Because she needs to find out what's going on before she knows if her spell can work. Am I
Are we talking
transmitting?
right now?
No,
We're
you're fine.
transmitting, freaking. Are we
Yeah, you're
communicating
fine.
right now? To
I think
inspect the illness?
I think Shadow is trying to figure out like what he's trying to do.
Oh, I am figuring out. I was just wondering whether or not she's communicating with me at this point.
Yes. I just couldn't think of exact sentence. All right. But yeah, the paladin's asking you if you're okay.
Yeah, I'm slumped over on the chair, freaking. I just roll over and like not feeling too good, sweating like a stuffed pig. I'm dizzy all over the place. I don't know if I'm gonna last long enough.
oh no.
Turn your head and cough. No, I'm kidding.
So
Oh,
help
sweet
me God,
mercy.
if I wake up
I'm
the next
so
morning
mean.
and a talon is amputated,
but
I am
as-
putting an arrow through both your heads. I swear to God.
Hey, I'm lawful good, thank
From
you.
what he's describing to you, musical, you do get the gist that your holy magic could probably more than likely heal him.
Right. Okay. Well,
You're not sure how quickly though.
right. So at that point, she'd probably just, again, trying to save his pride where she could. Totally not a thief. She'd probably just say, "If you wish, I could lay on hands and possibly I would be able to cure this illness. But it is up to you."
I don't trust your kind, but don't have many options, so let's go with this.
All right, what am I rolling?
Do anything wrong?
All right. Do me a favor and roll a real quick, because this is the first time you've ever used it before. I need you to roll a religion or a history check, either one. Everyone's better. There you go. You know from personal experience, to get the full effect, he's probably got to have to lay down.
Okay, so that I'd probably gesture towards where the beds are and say, you will have to lay down or it will be less effective.
Trust your kind.
Keep saying
Look
that.
like you know what you're talking about.
Would certainly hope so.
Is there any
Do
way
right
I
by
can
me,
move
and
these?
earn yourself a friend.
Say that again, Shadow?
Like I'd say, like if you done right by me, you earned yourself a friend. But when this adventure is over, I'm out.
Acceptable. And then, yeah, I'd probably just migrate over yonder way.
Yep. All right.
I gotta move my rolly.
So Shadow kind of, like, his knees practically buckle, like, as he's laying down on the bed. It's like he's just that tired. As you bring your hands forward and the magic just pulses through you, you can see this ethereal kind of yellow and gold light come out of your hands, and it kind of forms into like a third ethereal hand, which then lays over Shadow. And Shadow, you feel this energy course through you, and it's kind of like being like put into a warm bath. You know, very soothing, very comfortable. And as the magic flows through you, I need you to make another Constitution save.
Got it.
Awesome. You feel your whole body kind of shake and twitch, and you feel something coming out of you. But you're kind of just you feel the essence of whatever was in you is being purged and consumed, but you just kind of feel it kind of get sweat out of you, like it's coming out of your pores, and just like you're sweating and you're breathing, but you feel it come out of you. And after a couple of minutes of her magic working, you slowly start to calm yourself down, and you feel yourself getting better, and you feel yourself getting like healed, like genuinely healed, like you feel better than you have after many nights sleep. So
Cool.
Can I cast a spell on myself in real life?
So
Does that mean
Musical,
Does-
you did burn all of your lay on hands points, but you will get them back after a long rest.
Right, which we were going to do
Okay.
anyway. So my character's
Does that
probably
mean she
covered
gets
in a bit of
sober?
sweat herself because she's never done this before.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. Yeah, musical, you're like, this is the first.
Dead tired.
You've done priestly healing before, you've used your cure wounds before, but this is a different kind of magic. Like, this is a magic of Torn. This is a magic of not necessarily his healing side, but more of his commanding presence. So it's similar to your cure magic, but it's very different.
Right, and she's also just done a buttload of fighting. She's probably
Very, very, very tired.
yeah, she's
All
probably covered in sweat and leaning up against another bed.
All right, so yeah, that bed that you guys are at, the one that Shadow's in, is there. These two beds, these far beds, are actually occupied. You've got two guys. They look like mercenaries. They have swords laying on the floor beside them. You get a shield of it looks like a skull with like horns, and it's kind of propped up on the other side. So yeah. But between the five of you and the two beds, you guys are all able to kind of sleep and rest. So you guys all take a long food, hydrate, all that good stuff. And it's about 4 hours. You guys take a rest for about 4 hours.
Okay.
Because I am using Matt Mercer's rule of rests because I like to keep the story moving, like to keep story things, and sleeping for 8 hours when you have shit to do is not fun. So
That's a long. How long would a short have been?
a short is 4 normally.
Okay.
Whereas with the Matt Mercer School of Rest, it is 4 hours for a long, 2 hours for a short, and a rebreath and a hit die refresh
Words.
is half an hour. So
So everyone's back to full hit points, yeah?
yeah, everybody's back to full hit points. You have all of your spells back, all of your spell slots back.
Yeah.
Any expended slots for any sort of class features of let me get a bowl, let me get a bowl, let me get a bowl.
Like
are back.
lay on hands.
I'm gonna go get a bowl for Doritos. Hold up. Huh?
So I got lay on hands back now, yeah?
Yeah, you got Leon. Because that says it refreshes all of it after a long, right?
Let me double check.
Alright. Right here, okay. I'm the one with the wireless headset. Feel like I'm going.
Yeah, long rest.
I'm just eating from the bag.
Please don't mind me if I talk in my sleep right now.
She's probably my character's probably
Still
sleeping like the
musical.
dead.
So while
Thank
she's
you,
getting
Lord.
Doritos, what really happened while I was gone for like that 5-6 minutes?
We just came in here, found out where we were, and Shadow got cured of ickiness.
Ickiness.
Okay.
So, Shenju.
Yes.
Okay. So they went ahead and napped. While you were gone,
While I was the best story is that I literally just popped in when Musical sent me the message about 7-minute check.
Yep.
So,
So
Anyway,
you've
anyway.
been there the whole time. You've been there the whole time.
Yes.
You've just been kind of hanging out. So,
Mhm.
all right. After you guys take your rest, what do you do? Because Senju, I
After
don't
all
know if you
four.
were here when the bartender told them that
I was there.
Okay, so yeah.
But the only thing that I know, because I literally came in when you were telling Javik what happened, basically Shadow's character.
What?
Okay.
There are a couple more patrons. There are, by the time you guys take your rest, there's now about 5 or 6. There's 6 people in the bar now. 3 at this table, 2 at this table, and then 1 guy kind of seated over here by the bar. And the
Okay.
old lady and the children are gone.
Ah, okay.
So.
Okay,
and you'll
number
see
one,
there's
is
only
there?
about 2 barmaids now.
Oh, 2 barmaids.
And
No,
then, the
no
barkeep's still
flirting
there.
with the barmaids. No flirting with the barmaids.
Unless you want to get a dirty look from the paladin.
No.
Alright,
Okay.
so.
Okay. So let's just meet up with the barkeep for now.
Yeah, let's do
Good.
that. I'm interested in getting this job done.
Not gonna talk to
So
anybody
she
else at
up.
the bar?
Let's start with the barkeep first before I settle. Before I ask the 2
Oh.
barmaids.
I will ask the barkeep. Does he know anything about the second man that's here? Ask him first instead of going to him directly.
Mm,
Bartender's kind of doing his own thing. Like he's doing some organization. He's like counting the bottles. He's like doing some inventory. You see a boy, or at least what you think is a boy,
Okay.
come in with a small crate. Hand it to him. He kind of looks at the crate and kind of goes into a backside room. So he kind of leaves. The bartender's like gone.
Is anyone staffing this place right now? Oh, the waitresses.
The waitresses.
The barmaids are there.
Yep.
Okay,
Where does the
so
bartender
One of them-
go again?
There's a door right about here. It's like only a small single-sized door. You see a small boy, apparently, walk in with a box. Bartender looks at the box, takes a box, walks back through the door.
Oh, okay. So bartender, that's a no-no for the bartender. Let's move on to the barmaid.
No,
Okay.
I want to
Which
inspect it.
which one? One's behind
Okay.
the bar, taking the bartender spot, and one's serving tables over here.
Let's just still talk to the one near the vicinity. Near the vicinity of the bar counter.
You
Okay.
guys keep the bartenders busy. I want to see what the bartender's up to.
My character's probably wandering around a bit because she's never been in a tavern in her life.
She's I can't say.
The rest
What?
of you guys can keep the
Alright,
bartenders
so
distracted.
So Senju, what do you say to the bar lady?
Okay, what can I get? What does it cost for me to get some information?
Looks over at you.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on how much you have, sweetheart. And he's got this long, curly red hair human. Long curly red hair. She has her yays efficiently boosted. So that's a thing. And she's just kind of dressed up in a bodice and skirt, and she's kind of leaning over the table at you. How much do you have?
Oh my god.
The paladin's probably glaring at this point.
Yes.
I'm just sitting there and
She was
discussing.
raised innocent, okay?
Senju would actually laugh at that. Marcus is just going, I'm not getting any of this. Why are you being so forward? But anyways, that's what he thinks. He says, how much you want for it?
You never told me how much you had.
Okay, yeah. I need to check how many.
Trap.
I know, I can feel it.
And you see her put her finger on the side of her temple and just kind of look at you with this look of interest, but at the same time very coy. Still dripping with stuff.
Someone seems. I know.
Hey, look, pal. If
Actually,
you're in the mood
tell you
for a
what,
night
before-
tipper, be my guest. But I'm gonna freaking take a closer look at this lead I got
Before
going.
you do your
Have-
your rest thing, do you want to ask if you could like take a bath? Okay. Actually, one of the barmaids actually sees you in your current predicament, kind of wanders over to you and goes, "Oh, sweetie, honey, come here," and kind of grabs you by the hand and kind of looks over and she feels so bad for you. And she actually goes up to the hot water basin and she kind of takes a couple of.
The Birdman.
the
The
druid.
Birdman is getting. The Birdman is getting.
Takes the druid over and she actually hands you a set of clothes. and says, and takes a couple of decanters of the water basin, and she says, "There's a little there's a little washroom over on the corner if you want to get changed." So she feels so bad for you.
As long as none of my stuff gets taken.
Yeah. So yeah, you take a little bit to get washed up, and then you have your rest. So that way, because normally you would take fatigue damage because you're not resting in clothes. Yeah. It's like sleeping in armor. It's bad. It's just bad.
I've actually slept.
Yep. Yeah. It's not fun.
Okay, while he's being pampered over there, I answer with
No,
a
it's
gold
not
piece.
Shadow. The druid is getting cleaned.
Oh, that's another.
I've already gotten healed up. I'm
Yeah,
busy with
Senju's
something else.
already. Shadow's already healed up. All right, so. All right.
Would a gold piece work?
Kind of. She looks over at. Oh. There, Shadow. Okay, fine. But she kind of looks at the gold piece. He says, "I might more than that. Then go ahead and roll me a persuasion." Where's she?
I have to macro this sometimes.
You really do. You really do.
There you go.
Kind of looks down the gold piece and goes, "All right, sorry. What were you trying to ask her?"
Okay.
Whether gold is enough, yeah.
What are you trying to go
No.
for?
Okay, hang on.
What kind of
I
information
pull
are you
out the
trying to
gold.
get?
Okay, I pull out the gold ring that I have and show it to her. Does this hold any significance?
The what?
A gold ring that I have.
Oh, the gold ring.
Mm.
Kind of looks at the ring, kind of looks at the coin, looks at the ring, and goes, "Yeah, I kind of one of those around here before. Lot of.
Does it?
Lot
Does
of
it
the
have?
mercs,
Okay.
a lot of the
Does it
mercs wear
have?
them for keepsakes.
Oh, okay. Does any does it have any markings that would make me recognize or get
Roll an
information
arcana.
about who it is?
Roll an arcana or a religion.
Got it.
God, now I'm in the mood for Doritos.
Which one is higher? No.
Ha ha
Both
ha,
of them
I
are
put it all in
sucky,
your
so I'm
head.
gonna throw arcana. Ah, that's a good throw.
There's markings on it, but you have no idea what they mean.
Okay.
Or not.
Basically, I suck at arcana. Basically, I suck at arcana.
Was into your dub stat.
Do you want to roll religion instead?
Both sucks. Both sucks.
Yeah, they use the
Try
same stat, don't
religion.
they?
You might get lucky.
For religion. That sucks too.
They look familiar, but you can't really place it.
Okay.
You could ask your party. Maybe some of us have better scores than that.
No. I am
She looks at the ring and she's like, "I could take it off your hand if you're willing to part with it."
I look at her with a rather quizzical look and put it back again before handing her the gold piece. Thank you very much.
"You're welcome, sweetie. Come back anytime." And she puts it in her boobs.
Send you will be fun. That's pretty.
All right, Tori, what are you doing?
Now the paladin's really looking at her like she's weird.
All right, Tori, are you doing anything
So,
special? What are you doing?
Who's all in the bar right now besides the barmaids and us?
A kid,
There's
a small kid.
There's the barmaid behind the bar. There's the barmaid over here. She's serving tables. One of them serving tables. You have a group of 3 individuals over at this table. You've got one guy at the bar here, and you got 2 guys here at a table. The other beds are now unoccupied.
So I going around seeing if anybody wants to
Got 3
Play
here.
some games of dice and bet some money.
Got 2 here. Then you got a guy over here. Do me a roll of persuasion.
All of us?
No.
No.
Toriko. Make some money. Cool. These 2 guys over here, you see them kind of like, putting cards down, kind of looking at each other. And like, you see, one of them's a half-orc, and the other one's a human. But the human guy has like this big, wide-brimmed hat. And you see the half-orc kind of just slam his fist on the table and goes, "You're cheating! I swear to God, I'll catch you cheating!" And then the human kind of grabs the pile of money and scoops it over to himself. And then you see the half-orc kind of just grumble off and stand up and walk off.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
And you see the kind of human with the brim hat kind of look up and go, "Huh. Yeah. If you're planning on losing your money, you might as well come over."
I don't plan on losing my money today.
Awesome. And you see the human kind of like putting coins in his pouch and kind of reorganizing his stash. He actually, you see the deck of cards. They have a dragon symbol on the front of them. Do you have your gaming set, don't you? What game were you? What game do you have? I thought you had a gaming set. Do you have a game?
I've got the loaded dice and entertainers
You have
pack.
the dice. Okay. Lily kind of looks at you and goes, "Little round of Dragon Annie today?"
Sure.
Awesome. Okay, so this one's gonna be a straight intel roll, which should be at the bottom of your skills. Just to remember if you remember the rules. Yeah. Okay.
What the heck is
yeah,
the
you
random
remember
bunny, by the way?
the roles of 3 Dragon Annie. It's more like a press your luck kind of a deal, where it's kind of like bullshit. Have any of you ever played bullshit?
Yeah.
The actual game?
I
Yeah.
have.
Yeah. It's basically like bullshit. It's basically you bet on your opponent having a certain kind of cards, and then you put it in the pile. Then you keep building on the pile. So, all right. I want you to just roll me just a straight D20, Mr. Sir. No modifiers, no nothing.
I rolled the D20.
You win that hand. Give it to me again. Nope. Alright, that's 2. That's 2 and a loss. Take your money now, or you can walk away. You can take your money, or you can keep going. What are you doing?
Keep going.
Going? Alright, roll another one.
Judging.
Alright, that's 3.
Keep going.
Once you hit 5, you're done.
Okay, well this is gonna be my last one anyways.
Okay. Cool. Alright, so that was your last one? Or do you get one more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Last one.
that was 5.
Take the 4.
Okay. Alright, you're taking the 4. He kind of puts his last hand on the table and goes, "Son of a bitch. Baby. Yeah." And he pushes the winnings over towards you and goes, "So, partner, how'd you get so good at playing cards?"
Lots of experience.
Come here often?
First time here.
Yeah, new to the city. Hope the Kaya didn't mess with you too much.
The Kaya?
Yeah, they're the troop that wander around the city. It's that Vaxeldon guys. Keeper of the city.
Mhm.
They keep all the rabble from causing trouble. Hope you haven't had too many of a run in. Kind of familiar. Don't know where I pegged your face before. Anyway,
You probably
name's
never seen me before.
Name's Liam. Pleased to meet you. He puts his hand out to you. This is his name. His name is Liam. The accent, I know the
Liam.
accent makes it a little weird.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no kidding.
Hey, leave me to my accents, damn you!
Okay.
have so many.
DM
It's
is
kinda
losing
hard
it.
That's
to
why I
keep up.
DM!
Oh, heaven help us.
Why I DM? Okay. So he puts out his hand to you.
I shake it, and my name's Abbott.
Ah, good to meet you. What brings you around here?
I'm here with the other 3 people over there, going and trying to make some money in these parts.
Hope you're not counting to cause any trouble. Axelton's a mean beast. Last kid he
Oh,
caught
God.
trying to cause up trouble here. Threw him in the lake from the last time I heard. After chopping him up into itty bitty
This
little
is-
pieces.
This is
That's a
getting
nice mental
interesting for my
image.
character.
Wonderful.
The conversation is getting interesting for my character.
So any of you guys walking over?
Yeah, I'm standing off to the distance, but yeah, I'm definitely paying attention at this point. As soon as you talk about that kind of
Dang.
violence, she starts to look a little sick.
Still leering at the door. The bartender walked in.
You probably should
Shadow,
check
you check the door. It's locked.
You probably should check yourself before you puke at both of us.
Not gonna puke,
Well,
I don't think.
I was
the bar
told.
maids think you're regular close.
Okay.
Oh yeah. You see the druid comes back out. She's all clean now, so she's good.
Yay!
Yay.
So yeah, you see, Adlet talking with guy at the table. Big wide brimmed hat. Like big. It's not necessarily a cowboy hat, but it's not
Sombrero?
It's kind of like a sombrero, yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. So we have a guy named Liam with a Western accent, and he's wearing a sombrero.
Considering where you are, this is not a stretch of an imagination.
Sounds good to me.
Texas is in an area of the country based on the southwest of America.
And Milo's random brain.
I'm off in a corner and I'm like looking over. I feel a little bit wary of what's going on.
Alright, fair enough. Alright, so So Liam kind of looks over at you, Tori, and is like, or looks over at Adlet and is like, so how you planning on making some money? Besides robbing me blind, jeez, I'll be lucky if I make a bed tonight. Yes.
When I meet back up with my group, I have a big plan for the city.
Now you have my
Kinda
character's
plans
attention.
What kind of plans we talking? I might be interested in causing a little ruckus if it mean no harm to people.
I don't know, you'd have to speak with my boss, Atro, before he would let you come in.
He
Atro.
has a
Atro,
lot
that
of
name
secrets.
sounds awfully familiar. Atro, wasn't that kid from... Oh, damn. Yeah, I heard about some kid named Atro. Big, orcish-looking feller, wasn't he?
I can't remember if my boss was an orc.
Was
he an orc?
From what I remember. He was a half-orc, yeah.
Yeah, you're probably talking
Perception
about...
tells you what he physically looks like. Insight tells you what his mannerisms and emotions are doing. What are you trying to do?
What am I trying to do?
Okay, Alright, go ahead.
Ritalin today.
No. Druid was just doing druid things. Go ahead, sweetie. You see that, from what you can tell, the hat, because of the way that it's on his head, it's obscuring a lot of the top of his face. Like, you can't really make out a lot of details of, like, his actual face because of that way that the hat's situated on his head. His clothes, he looks really dirty. He looks like he's probably has some sort of job that makes him very, very dirty, very common clothes, lots of browns and grays. Doesn't look like he has a lot of money on him, or at least works at a pretty common job. No weapons that you can tell. So that's pretty much what you get.
The main thing is that I was kind of a little curious.
Yeah.
Because it also looks like it.
You can tell there's something unique about it. Like it's cleaner than the rest of him. Like, he is dirty on his, like, shirts and pants and things, but the hat looks almost pristine.
Recently, or tastes really good.
Yeah. So come up with your own conclusions as to why. But so yeah, it's that Artro fella. I think I heard something bad happened to him. At least.
When did you hear this?
About a day ago. Yeah, from what they said, they rounded up a couple of scoundrels who were causing some problems in the market, and they did not survive the encounter, from what I hear.
At this point in time, I'm just thinking to myself that I shouldn't have left them alone for so long. I knew those idiots were going to come in the town if I didn't talk to them.
Yeah, from what I hear, none of them made it to the prisons. They all pretty much lived and died by their swords.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Shit just got real.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think we're all listening in at this point.
So, the Kai does not care about who you are. They
I just
care
gotten
about
a
their city.
lot of good information. I just gotten a lot of information from this, so I'm just happy to stay silent for a bit.
Baxeldon is a good man, but he's a ruthless individual if Hexos is in danger, especially from the rabble. He don't care. He don't care who you are. He don't care where you're from. He's a dangerous motherfucker. I'm glad I've never had the displeasure of being on his bad side. And you can tell by the way he's talking about this guy. Guy's fucking serious business. So Liam kind of stands up and kind of pats himself down, realizes he's got only about probably 3 or 4 gold in his pocket, and is like, well, I hope the rest of you have a good evening. I gotta get home. The wife's needing me something fierce. So, you stay safe, Adlet. Okay? What?
He takes off.
Emotions or general demeanor? Like if he's lying, if he's hiding anything, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think I want to do an insight.
Go for it.
So, how much gold did I get from him?
Hold on, let me do a thing.
She always does a thing.
9 gold.
Thing in the stuff?
Nope. Yeah, he just looks like he's in a hurry.
Just looks like he's in a hurry.
Somebody else do an insight roll on this guy before he takes off.
Adlib, you wanna do a thing? Adlib, do your thing. Do your thing. You've been talking to him for like
I'll
a
do
thing?
minutes. Do your
There's a
thing.
thing?
Do the thing. Yeah. When he gets up to leave, Adlet, from what you can tell, he's rushing, like, whatever excuse he gave you, that is not true.
Bluff called.
Can I do a perception?
Sure.
good. Oh, that's good.
He took something.
Uh-huh.
Eh,
He
Okay.
totally has something in his pocket that wasn't there before.
He took. Oh, he took something. Okay.
He took something.
Okay. I sense that, and I turn to you guys, and say whether you guys have something that is not there anymore.
So do we all just start checking ourselves, like our pockets and crud?
Which of you guys had the vials?
Not me.
I did.
Todiko did.
Yeah.
I thought Senju had a
So
few
one of your
too.
vials are missing.
Senju had a few too.
Oh shit.
One of your vials is missing.
Oh.
Get 'em,
Okay.
get
So
'em,
which
get
one
'em,
of us is it?
get 'em.
Which one of us is it? It's either me or it's.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
yeah.
It's either me or
he's
is it
heading out
Todiko?
the big doors.
Am I
Both me
chasing
and
after
Okay.
him?
You had vials.
Huh?
Okay. I'm gonna
Do you
go.
wanna try?
I'm gonna.
He's walking away at a pretty oh, you're just trying to rush to get in front of him? Oh, I can give that to you. Are you just trying to rush to get in front of him? Yeah, so basically walking from. Okay, cool. Yeah, you rush over there real quick, and Liam's like, you okay, sweetie? What's wrong? I got to get out of here. I gotta go home.
Should I?
You're not leaving quite yet, sir.
Ooh.
And why pray tell now?
I'm probably heading over there to make sure everything's okay.
I head over
I
to Toriko's
believe
character
you
and
may
say,
have
"How the."
something from one of my friends.
She's actually doing this out of her own accord.
Roll an intimidation.
Ugh.
Just roll an intimidation. I want to see this.
This is
Let's
gonna be
do
fun.
this.
I want to see this.
This is gonna be fun. Oh.
The 9 or the 18?
Yeah, but your intimidation is you're like, I want to stop you from going anywhere as you're looking around you looking for backup.
Can I roll intimidation? Can I?
Sure. All right, what are you doing?
I'm probably trying to get like right next to her and block him from exiting. And maybe
Okay.
like, should I roll insight to see if I can tell he has something to hide, or is that obvious by this point?
What you
This is
actually
gonna
end
be
up doing is you kind of come up right behind her, kind of flank her, hold up your shield of Torn, and go, kind of like
None shall pass.
Pulling out your sword, kind of just your mere presence, kind of being able to kind of back her up, showing the druid that not only does she have friends, she has somebody she can, who can actually back up what she's saying.
Who's actually going to be protective?
And kind of, you see Liam kind of look at the two of you girls and kind of go, I don't mean any trouble at all. I'm just trying to, and you see him run towards that side door. Hey, Shadow, he's running. Liam is running right past you.
He's sleeping. I think.
Wake up, Shadow. It's only 2 in the afternoon his time, like 3 in the afternoon.
Shadow.
Hold on.
Shadow.
Maybe you had to make a bio break?
Maybe.
Sorry, my mic was off again. I'm an
Okay.
idiot.
Shadow!
Oh
you
my
see
goodness,
White
Shadow.
Ribbon
Baka!
guy run past you towards the door right here, towards the locked door right here.
Oh, he's going towards the locked door.
Yeah, he's going towards the locked door.
Sweet. I tackle
What are you
him.
doing? You tackle him? Roll an
He
athletics.
tackled.
Yes. He might have what
Oh,
I'm
this is
looking
gonna be
for.
fun as well.
Awesome.
And nonchalant.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
this is it.
grab
Oh.
him and throw and tackle. Now, what are you doing after
Tackle
you tackle
him.
him?
Freaking, I pick him up and I hit him against the wall, and it's like, we're freaking.
Okay.
Well, I wasn't technically paying attention. No, in character, I wasn't technically paying attention because I was too busy wondering about the bartender, the locked door, and the boy that moved. But I see this guy run past me, and I tackle him. I'm like, all right, what the heck is the deal? What's going on here? And
As you
freaking
grab him and kind of throw him against the door frame, the hat comes off of his head, and his form immediately changes, and he is wearing a dark. Senju, I love you. He is wearing a dark
What?
black fur-lined long coat leathers, dark black hair slicked back on his head, elven features, and he's looking at you like, bitch, just say what?
What?
That's when I press freaking slam him against the wall one more time. It's like, I'm not going to ask you twice. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You see the barkeep look at you, see the guy, watch the hat fall, see what's standing there now, and you see the barmaid behind the bar. She's gone. She's fucking gone. The entire bar suddenly empties.
We're troublemakers, aren't we?
With people just running.
And then at that point, I slam him against the freaking wall one more time, and I just yell out, "Give me your name."
He kind of looks at you and goes, all right, if you're going to scuff up my coat, at least let me give you proper introductions.
Man,
Start
or
talking.
better
I'm not
not.
letting you go until you start talking.
Roll an intimidation.
Got it. Got it. Intimidation. So basically, this guy takes me as just a talking freaking...
Best intimidation roll ever!
No, it's worse, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry for this. Shadow, you realize your feet aren't on the floor, and it's not of your own volition.
Oh no.
Oh no. At
Is
this
he a
point, I'm probably
mage?
rushing over.
You guys don't even fucking see this because he's right there. You have him pinned to the wall, and he moves so fast, Shadow, that you barely even caught this yourself with your keen eyes. But he actually picks you a good foot up off the ground, grabs you from behind, and you are now in the opposite position you were just standing in.
I am definitely running up to him at this
That
point.
is
He has you against the wall, and he is looking at you.
That's when I will take a look at our paladin here and give her a wink.
And
As
she's.
if she knows what to do.
Am I running up behind him and doing a stabby, stabby, stabby?
Do
If you want to.
anything. Do something.
Stabby, stabby, stabby it is then.
Okay. Okay, before the
oh,
paladin
shit.
does that.
This part of the story, I trust you, so it's like...
Let's
I'm
see,
calling
shield
you
bash.
freaking-
Do I want to do a
Okay,
shield
before
bash or a
initiate.
longsword hit?
Do a shield bash, at least stun the guy.
Yeah, let's get some more info going.
We need answers.
Yes.
Okay, before Initiate does any of that,
Oh dang.
I stopped both of you.
Oh.
Okay, I stopped both of you and went to the elf. And just rather nonchalantly but warily ask him, "Are you working for Vaxeldon?"
He looks over at he looks over at you, Senju, looks at Shadow, lets Shadow go.
Mhm.
Oh, no shield bash.
He kind of steps back. He looks at you straight in the face, looks at the Birdman and goes, I am Vaxeldon. I am keeper of the city, leader of the Kaya, and protector of this city.
I should have known.
Introductions.
I should have known. But okay, Tarkus would say Tarkus had a little momentarily distraction because he should have known that was
And
Vaxeldon.
around this time, you guys notice that the entire bar is empty.
Yeah, but there's some slightly more important things on my character's radar right now.
Well, okay, I look around and say, look back at Vaxeldon, just say, well, you do know how to make an entrance.
And he looks down at Adlet, the halfling, and goes, and this one knows how to take all of my money.
And at this point, I'm probably like, somebody please tell me what's going on here.
Well, okay. Okay, looking back at Vaxeldon and then back at Adlet, I'll just say, don't mess with the bard. He knows his ways.
I think I think him and Scanlan will actually make off quite well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Look around, telling them. Okay, look around the whole party. I'll just say, I know the guy. So stand down,
Get
everyone.
it off the subject.
That's when I
Fine.
look at him and I spit on the floor and walk away saying, "You got lucky."
You see a paladin lowering her sword and shield, but looking very perturbedly at this guy.
Okay.
And I asked him whether or not the things he said before about Atro Spiker were true.
Sorry, Toriko, repeat that again? I didn't get that.
Oh, yeah, no, and as we're all kind of calming down, I questioned him whether or not what he said before was true about the group of bandits that he killed.
Unfortunately so. Your mates were causing a bit of a ruckus in the market district. They tried to threaten 3 or 4 people there, and I just could not allow that. We graciously asked them to leave. Never return. They persisted, and unfortunately, the Bastions had to remove them forcibly. When they fought back, unfortunately, I had to take action. And I do regret my actions. I need to work with better people next time. I'm trying
I
very
listened to
hard
this.
to imitate Liam O'Brien imitating a British accent. So give me some credit.
Credit given.
I swear to God, if he shifts to a John Connery accent, I'm gonna pee myself laughing. I'm just saying.
Do it! Do it!
You
We all know Shadow's incontinent
have
anyway.
no idea.
You have the perfect accent going on.
My name is
Yeah,
Bond.
much older gentleman.
My name is Bond. James Bond.
Oh, good lord.
Oh boy.
Alright,
The damage is done.
Oh
Okay,
boy.
anyways,
Yeah.
okay.
okay.
Okay, I look at Rexildon. And say, well, you do have something that belonged to us that you took. Can you give it back?
He pulls the vial out of his pocket, kind of looks at it, gives it a shake, and goes, "Are you aware what these do?"
We all failed our lore checks, so no, we're not.
Yes, you guys all failed your lore checks.
Well, I just answered, well, these are very rare for berries in a vial. Don't you agree?
So I'm just wondering, did he take my vials or Sinju's vials?
One of yours, Tories.
Okay.
You were sitting right next to him.
So basically, I think he took yours.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I think
you know what they are, then why don't you tell us?
I look at the druid and just shake my head, not in a condescending way. Just it's kind of like a shake your head, as in it's not really important. It's not really understandable for your kin.
Just
As
like,
if
let me
elves
handle this
know
kind of thing.
better.
And
Yeah, let me handle this kind of thing.
I look at my
I
pouch.
can ask if I want to.
Yeah, guys, let her ask. No,
Okay,
guys.
I look at my pouch and see I'm missing it, and I'm like, I don't know what it does, but I would like to have it back.
He kind of holds the vial in his fingers, and he kind of looks at all of you guys, and he says, "This is a little concoction. My friend, a fellow council member by the name of Keyleth. She is the leader of our gardens here in the city, and she's actually quite an accomplished alchemist. She found a way to cure and preserve good berries. It's not nearly as effective as a healing potion, but it'll do in a pinch. The only drawback is they're incredibly distasteful. If you wish to use them as such to heal yourself, it's more than an effective way to do so."
Huzzah.
In all fairness, I mean, we found it in crates, so it was kind of just up for grabs in the first place. Could you give it back?
He looks over at the elf, or he looks over at the halfling. "You did take all my money. I figure taking this is the least of I can take as recompense.
Be lucky
As-
if you walking away with all 10 of your fingers, Jack.
You should have learned to play better.
You should learn to play better.
In all fairness, they were playing the game. And betting on the game, so. Yeah, it's one of those things to where it's fucking Vaxeldon. He's kind of pissed that he got all of his money gambled away from him.
No one forced him to gamble.
Can I try to do persuasion to have the hand back files? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, persuasion, go for it. Let the rolls do your talking, guys. Yeah,
Oh
no.
no.
Yeah, no.
Persuasion for all of
Anybody
us.
else want to help out?
Working on it.
My persuasion went through fine.
22.
All these persuasion rolls.
My. Oh, okay. Just has
Kind of-
that's bad.
Kind
dice
looks
are
at the
purple.
vial, looks down at Adlet. You do realize there's a bounty on your head, don't you?
Whose head?
On him?
And I'm like, why?
On the bard? On the
did
bard?
cause
you-
a-
you have something?
Bit of a ruckus in the market district yesterday, as I remember correctly.
What's the bounty?
Oh.
What's the bounty?
I could make your problems go away.
I asked the question. What's the bounty?
Oh.
5,000 for whoever can give us information, and 10,000 alive.
5,000 for a freaking what? A shaker
Bard.
at a marketplace?
And
That's a
I'm
bit
looking at the
excessive. Who's
I'm looking at the bar like, what did
who's on
you
the order for
do?
this freaking bounty?
Yeah, but you also gotta remember they probably think it's tied to the mercenary group that then showed up afterwards.
Damn.
Yeah, my
Okay, I
character's
look
just
at him. I'm listening to the conversation right now. I'm just gonna look at Vexadon say. What did the order came from you?
As a matter of fact, it did.
Mm-hmm.
So if we
So-
I can
Should've
make your
known.
problems go away.
Should've
I'm-
known.
My
from-
paladin looks scandalized at this very idea.
Wait,
How
you're
can
the
you
one
make
who
my
put
problems go away?
Wait, hold the phone. You're the one who put the bounty
Okay.
on, so that means freaking obviously you want us to do something for you.
Isn't that
He
how we
does.
get into this business in the first place?
I tend to judge this and say he does.
Yeah, now my
Well,
character's
freaking
looking very
you
sick of what she
disappear,
might have
the
gotten
bounty
herself
goes
into.
away. That's how.
And besides, Yavik,
Well,
it'd be a
well,
shame
okay,
if you didn't get any farther in looking for your father.
oh,
Ooh.
What
he went there.
you know about my father?
Paladin's like,
Oh.
oh dear, oh dear.
I'm
I have some
crawling.
information.
I'm walking very slowly towards this gentleman. What do you know?
Work for me? All I ask for your cooperation or ear. You will get what you seek. I promise you.
Oh, snap.
Now you listen to me, and you listen to me very carefully. If this turns out to be a wild goose chase, and I don't find what I'm looking for, don't be surprised
He
if you
looks.
have an arrow in the back of your
He
head.
very slowly and very carefully reaches into his satchel, and he pulls out a very small parcel. It's a piece of paper with a wax seal on it, and you see a small feather, about the size of an Aaron Cochrane feather, probably from either the arm or the leg of an Aaron Cochrane person. Not sure if it's male or female, but it's definitely an Aaron Cochrane feather.
A way to determine his sex just by looking at this feather.
There's no way to tell.
That'd be hilarious.
You better be right about this. I'm gonna hold on to this feather if you don't mind, but you better be right about this.
He hands you the parcel. There's nothing written on the paper though. It's just a way of keeping it keeping the feather looking pristine.
And
2
identifiable.
steps closer, 3 steps backwards once again. You guys take care of him. I need to sit down.
My character's
Okay.
looking very confused and concerned at this point.
Okay. I look at
Do we
Valsildon
all
and
have to work for
say,
you then?
What, the money's not good
Uh,
enough?
What now?
I'm just curious.
There's a lot of money in it too.
I'm just I'm more here out of curiosity than anything else, but a little bit of spending money will help.
Good to know.
Because then I can get some food for my horse.
Which, by the way, that beautiful beast that you had in, he is fine. As Vaxodon sees like Zori overtake the druid, like no. He's fine. We escorted him to the stables in the castle grounds. No, he's there. He's well taken care of. You can go pick him up as soon as you're done.
Okay,
Tarkus is just shaking his head at all this conversation about people getting what they want.
What,
knows
you're
better.
he's not a mercenary individual?
Tarkus knows better. He knows better.
Yeah, my character's not saying anything yet.
But we're standing. But my character. He's just sitting quietly. He's just gonna stand quietly and let them talk before he gets anything.
So he kind of looks at you guys. Kind of. Are you guys kind of agreeing with him as far as going along with the whatever he's got planned for you?
I mean, I have to be able.
I'm keeping silent.
He kind of looks forward to you guys and goes, the only thing I ask is a bit of a gathering task.
What and how?
Detail.
There is a grave threat against the city. One that I don't think I'm prepared to face yet.
Would have fooled me with that quick reaction you just pulled back there.
A threat to the city? Whatever do you mean?
I know what goes on in my city. My informants are good. My contacts trust me. Trust me to take care of everyone within these walls.
In a rather cynical tone, of course.
There have been rumors and grave. There's been a few people coming up missing in my contact network. They've just been killed.
Oh.
And I don't know if it's... I'm not sure of the details. But one thing that's been very consistent is the fact that they've all been poisoned.
Wait, did you say poison? Like,
yes.
She looks like she's just seen a ghost.
Many believe that they have just died in their sleep, or there's some sort of sickness. Can't have that running around because that would deter business. So we're simply saying that there's been individuals who have become rather ill due to unsavory food or water, which is, again, bad for the city, but it's what else can we do? People know it's full-on plague, then we'll never hear the end of it.
My characters at this point, are you aware of anyone outside the city being thus poisoned?
Unfortunately, there appears to be none. It's just within the walls. It's not the water
source.
It's not the water source. We have ways of checking for some sort of abnormality within the waterways. It seems that these individuals have been purposefully taken out in order to sever the lines of communication between me and the rest of my contacts.
And you say you had no contacts outside the city, yes?
The marks, yes. But they work within their own circle. They're my sister's people. They're not mine.
You have a sister?
Vexalia, yes.
And she works for you?
The mercenary group who protects the outer walls.
Okay.
You said poison. Was there any additional symptoms or anything before they died that you could tell, or?
I've never seen a poison act this quickly and this violently. We would have initially thought it to be plague, other than the fact that our mages and one of our spiritual leaders, Pike, managed to trace the poison by means of divine magic. If it weren't for that, we wouldn't even know it would have been poisoned in the first place. But whatever this poison is, it's very lethal.
My character just looks very
Trace
concerned.
it to?
And okay,
Oh, sorry?
Simple as that. We freaking,
We haven't
saw
been
the
able to
last-
trace it back to a manufacturer yet. That's where you come in. New faces in the city might be able to get into places where I myself can't. As you can tell by my disguise, I am fortunately unable to keep it unless I'm wearing certain individuals' magical clothing. So, many of the people, and he picks up the wide brim hat and puts it back on, and he turns back into Liam, but he keeps the voice. Unfortunately, this is
that's a funny.
the only means I have of disguising myself, and it's pretty obvious that those people who know of the trick that I can pull with it, they know better. So,
What if you use something like a magical focus from another person?
The only thing that I can think of is
Your
either...
channel was edited.
Ah, shit.
No, you don't have to worry.
Okay.
Tonico!
I'm not someone who knows of the magical arts, so I'm not sure. Like, what kind of spell are you talking?
So somebody else enchants your item to make it look like the person?
Do me a favor and roll an Arcana. Roll an Arcana.
For who? Everyone or just?
Okay. As far as you can tell, enchantments like that, especially high-level spells like this guy's person, which is what's on the hat, those take a lot of time and a lot of preparation in order to work. So any sort of enchanted item, unless it has this guy's self on it, it's not going to be able to be done in a timely manner. So yeah. So pretty much the hat is all he has. Yeah. Changing the hat to another item or making it look different is he really doesn't have that as an option. So that's why he's kind of looking to you guys, because a lot of the people that he's trying to look for information already know what his disguise is. It's part, and he tells you this. Part of the reason, and he looks over at Senju. He looks over at you. It's part of the reason why I confronted you as I am now, rather than in the disguise of Liam. It's because people know me. They know me too well.
I just have one question, though. While
Sure.
we're following this blood trail of yours, what will you be doing in the meantime?
Trying to find some way to save my city. If someone is out to destroy my communications network, then to what end? I fear that there is an attack on the city, probably imminent. I have to prepare my guards, I have to prepare the mercenaries, I have to armor up as much as I can. We have to smuggle weapons within the city to make sure it doesn't look like we're arming up for a full-scale attack. We have to keep the populace safe and calm. If there are panics in the streets, who knows what that could cause? There is a lot of people who live here. I do not want to destroy their lives, simply for the fact that one person or a group of individuals wants to hurt people.
So you asked for 5 ragtag group of numbnuts to take care of your dirty work for you. You don't think that's going to be a little bit suspicious?
My character just
Sad
turned
neck,
bright
like
red
numbnuts.
at your crass mouth.
I was once where you are. I was once where you are. I was once some lowly criminal wandering around the forests of Taldori with a lot of baggage and way too many hopes and dreams. I've been where you are. I think
not
you
So
will.
criminal.
basically,
You just have to
so
trust each other.
basically, so basically, you're an optimistic elf who moved to the city and become so pessimistic and realistic, and somehow stumbled on a very high-ranking position as well.
Well, Vaxon, you got one thing correct, but one thing wrong. I'm not a criminal. I'm just a man freaking looking for his father.
Oh.
Just make sure you fulfill your end of the deal. No more, no less. You try anything freaking quick, trust me, you will regret it.
I have no doubt in my mind with that level of determination, we'll find what you seek.
Right then. Guys in on
Alright.
this?
Scouring the city
Are we-
looking for information. Quest achieved. Go!
Wait.
Wait.
What are we doing?
Before we leave, can I ask him if he will take off the bounty on my head before we leave the bar to where I'm not chased by his men?
He hands you the hat.
Oh no.
Nice!
The hat's not
Oh no.
It disguises you, you
He
turd
hands
bucket!
you the hat. It's a hat of disguise.
Flamingo's
Yeah,
not very
then
bright.
later.
What to do with that thing?
It's a hat of disguise. Come on.
Oh, no,
I'm afraid of the pranks that are gonna happen with this hat, just saying.
It has, the hat itself has the disguise self spell on it. Whenever you put the hat on, by mentally focusing, you can turn yourself into basically anything you want to. You can change your physical features however you see fit. The only difference is that the hat always remains in its current form. So you change, but the hat stays the same.
So do I just need to add sombrero hat to my inventory?
Hat of disguise.
Okay, this is out of character, but think of it this way. It's his way of maintaining the bounty to keep him in line in order to get this done.
Probably. My character's not smart
That's
enough to
how.
figure that out, but the player is.
In character, Tarkus just looks at Vaxeldon again and says, "So how are you gonna get out of here? If you're handing him the hat?" Because I'm having the
question.
I'm having the feeling that we might.
He was trying to make for that locked door. Yeah, he was
Oh,
making.
he is. Okay.
He was heading towards the locked door.
Actually, that's a
Maybe
good
the bartender has
That's a good thing.
Mhm.
Axel Don, you have the key to that room?
And he walks over to the door. He kind of looks at the lock, jiggles the handle a little, kind of
Yep.
weasels over to the side of it, kind of puts his elbow and his wrist against the side of the door, and then opens the door.
Okay, that works.
So dramatic. So dramatic. So fucking dramatic.
If only you guys could see the look on her face after she had the motion done.
So freaking dramatic.
And he kind of gives a small bow and goes, "Who needs a key?"
Alright.
My
One of you
character's
guys-
just looking
High ranking
One of you
confused.
guys take care of him. I'm
You're
gonna walk
rather
away before I
sneaky.
freaking shoot him.
Do you guys
That's
go in the unlocked door? You guys go through the unlocked door?
Probably.
I'll let-
I will.
I'm gonna go
I
in last.
will.
I'm gonna go
Yeah,
in last.
probably.
I'm gonna
I'm-
go in last because there
Awesome.
is some unfinished business I need to do with this
I'm
guy.
following the bird.
Basically, my character says, for a person in a high-ranking position, you're rather sneaky. He just gives you like this most coyous smile and a wink.
Now my character looks troubled.
I listen. Tarkus listens to that, and Tarkus listens to Mirda and just shakes his head. Isn't that totally obvious?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
his
Totally.
girlfriend's an elf too, so he's like, I'm gonna flirt. I'm gonna flirt. And as you guys head up the doorway, he kind of hollers up to you guys and goes, "Just let the priests know you're with me." And he very swiftly closes the door behind you guys.
And now
Wait,
I'm
you
blinking like,
forgot the
what?
vial. Oh, crap.
Yeah, you did forget. Yeah, he never gave it back to you.
You forgot
Dang
the
it!
vial.
But I've got to have the disguise.
But you gotta have a disguise. Yeah, Toriko
I have
gets
a
out.
sombrero.
You've got a cool hat. Who needs a vial when you have a cool hat?
Is huge on you. Because it's a
By the
sombrero
way-
for like a normal sized person. On you, Toriko, it's like practically like one of those big like Asian style hats.
Put it on. Let's see who you turn
yeah.
into.
The straw hats.
Yeah, big giant straw hat.
Adlet, can
So what you're saying is, I'm basically Speedy Gonzalez. Without
Yes.
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 Okay. Tarkus looks at Adlet and says, "Can I see that? Can I see the hat for a bit?"
Don't give it to him. Don't do it.
My character's like, what do you want with it?
I need it for
Can I
when
look
we
at
leave
that?
here, though.
Well, we're not leaving just yet.
Oh, we're back.
You're actually, the doorway that you guys went through, leads to a very, very tall, lit by torches stairway made out of stone. Very similar to the one that got you down here.
So technically, we're not out from the bar.
Yeah, technically you're not out, you're still in the, you guys are walking and talking up the stairs.
Let me just try it.
People in tight spaces.
Let me just try it out and see what happens. Let
At
me
which
just
point,
see what happens if
My
I
character
try
looks concerned, like, are you okay? Says to Javik, are
Sanjay,
you okay?
You put the hat on, nothing happens.
Mhm. Oh, okay.
Oh, I get it now.
Yep.
I can
Mm.
do
Yep.
type of enchantment.
Roll an Arcana, actually, Senju, if you want to kind of poke around with the hat.
Yeah,
And
I'm rolling.
Torko, you can do the same thing.
That is
Awesome.
That is not a bad
It
roll.
needs to be attuned to you, which means and you know this, it's a magical item of attunement. You have to actually like be with the item for like 10 or so minutes, kind of poking at it, prodding at it, working with it, in order to attune itself to yourself, in order for the magic to work effectively. You can't just take it from somebody and then immediately use it. You actually have to take like 10 minutes to kind of attune everything to what you're doing.
Do we have 10 minutes to spare?
Kind of. Like, it's one of those things to where if you guys keep walking up the steady pace you're going, you guys are going to meet wherever the story leads by about the time that the item would have attuned. So,
Alright,
Should it attune to Toriko, though?
Okay, so because it doesn't do anything. I just take it off. Tarkus just takes it off and hands it back to Adlet and says, "You should stick to this. You should stick to the hat a little while longer. Maybe it likes you better."
Nice. Cool. And yeah, by the time you get up to the top of the stairway, you guys see daylight. You guys see daylight, and you see sun coming in from wherever the top of the stairs is. And as you guys crest up on the end of the stairs, you got Torko. You actually kind of feel the hat kind of. It almost kind of shrinks, if ever so slightly. Like, it's still a wide brim fucking hat, but it's not
size.
nearly as big. It shrinks to about halfling size. But it's still a wide brim a la sombrero hat.
Mm-hmm. Speedy Gonzalez. Ole!
Which
Those
is
tacos
hilarious
downstairs.
because I am not cheating on this. The hat of disguise that is in the Critical Role game. By the way, for all of you watching, if you want to enjoy your Thursdays with horrible voice actors who love to do dangerous things, I would suggest Critical
Horrible
Role
voice
on
actors.
Geek and Sundry's Twitch channel.
Because we're horrible voice actors.
The
Wow,
critical.
you are the best, Myra. You are the best.
And also make sure to visit the Angry Army with Angry Joe because he needs money too.
Or
What the
just
hell?
not really.
No, it doesn't.
Random
No, it
plug.
doesn't.
Okay, so the actual Critical Role hat of disguise that they actually have in their game is actually a wide brimmed hat. It is a wide
It
brimmed
works.
hat, so I'm not joshing this at all.
As a device to
We
move the
just
plot
borrowed it
forward,
from
it
them.
works.
Yes, I get to borrow all their magical items. Yay. Okay. But yeah, so Toriko, it's big giant sombrero, and yeah, all you have to do is focus, and you can basically fine tune your disguise to look however you want to. Like, you could actually physically not even look like a gnome. You could look like a human boy. You could look like a halfling.
Turn into a
or
chick.
You could look like a gnome. You can look like a chick. You could look like whatever.
Not,
Suggestion:
not putting you
turn
in a
to
dress again
musical.
because that plan failed.
Do not turn into Anicia, please.
Turn to Anicia.
Oh, don't.
Make her
Oh
Turn to
no.
Anicia.
Oh no.
hilarity can
Too many
ensue.
wells. Too many
It'll
wells.
only let you, as far as you can tell, Toriko, it'll only let you turn into a humanoid.
Okay.
Mini Wolf's
Yes.
left side.
So,
Who landed in the eggs?
So for right now, I kind of just turned into an adult humanoid with plain-looking clothes for, like, just normal Hexlock City clothes.
okay. Because now, are you turning into like an adult or are you turning into a kid? If you turn into a kid, you'll still be the same height.
You're a kid now. You're a squid now. Anyway.
Yeah, but we'd have to
I-
explain why we had a child with us.
And somebody tries to like
Yeah.
touch you or shake your hand, like anything that's not of you, it's gonna go right through them, and the disguise is gonna shatter completely. So, your best bet is a kid.
Maybe just look like a different halfling.
Turning
Okay.
into a little girl.
What?
With a big giant
So basically, Senju's gonna take over the voice acting.
sun hat. With a pretty dress and a sun hat. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of all the disguises on the planet, that's the one you picked. Did you forget who you're hanging around with? You don't think it looks a little bit suspicious?
Tarkus looks at the sight and slapped and literally gave a face palm.
Yep.
Yeah.
She looks totally normal.
My
literally
paladin's pinching the
face
bridge of her
palmed.
nose.
And her sun hat.
He
Why did you have to be a
literally face
child?
palmed.
That's my druid's reaction. How
He's-
cute.
And,
He literally
and your
facepalm
weapons
and
are also
then-
disguised Toriko. So like your longbow and everything are all disguised. You just look like a kid in a dress. The hat. No accessories.
God.
It can't do accessories.
Disguising his weapons, couldn't his weapons turn into
You
a
guys
wall?
are asses.
This better be safe for work. Oh my. Is that what you turned into, Todiko, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
sweet mercy.
That is so good. Little sun hat. That's
With the
all.
blue hair?
With
Alright,
blue,
so guys.
literally face palming. Even I'm face palming.
Anisia's looking at
My
him very
character's
confused.
face-palming.
Why would you
I'm
appear as a child?
Well,
Adlet.
musical.
Alright, did you guys
worst-
change
Adlet.
did you
Adlet,
guys
of
change
all the
things?
of all the disguises, why do you pick that one?
We might
Are
have
you
to
guys
reload the website.
Yeah, you guys might
Oh,
have to
hold
reload
on.
if you guys
Refreshing,
haven't
refreshing.
reloaded.
Sorry.
Refreshing.
Can you just tell us when you change maps and we'll just refresh by default? There
Yeah.
seems to be a problem.
There we go.
Yeah, my paladin's looking at Todiko's character like, why did you turn into that? Why are you a child?
Oh, how cute!
I still see the tavern.
Well, the worst case
Yeah,
scenario
actually,
is like if
tavern.
anyone asks, it's Musical's daughter.
Now
Just
try.
go with that.
Hey!
It's Musical's daughter.
My character would not have a
That
child
will
out of
work the best
wedlock, thank
considering
you.
that she's a human.
It's Anisia's daughter.
So
You can pretend
question,
that it's Anisia's daughter.
if
There we go.
then who's the father?
Immaculate Conception?
That's not how that works.
Would
It's not
it
how it
really
works.
be that odd for there to be no father with us
Rico.
at this one time?
My character's a paladin, yes!
Alright, so as you guys are
Or
heading
maybe
up
some
the
traveling
stairs,
warrior,
and
I
Toriko
guess.
is now disguised as a little girl with a sun hat. You guys see daylight. You guys come up, and you actually
daylight.
you
Oh,
see
sweet
a
Jesus.
small room that the stairway is attached to as you walk up and in. You see a small room that you guys end up in. That is got a bare marble floor, white stone marble floor. And the walls just kind of glow in this very soft white light. There's no torches and nothing like actually making the room lit other than the sun or whatever in the walls or whatever the walls are made out of.
I'm probably looking at the walls
There's a
like
ceiling though. There is a ceiling though, and you see one small window on the side.
I'm probably looking at the walls like I've never seen something like this before. I wonder what magic this.
It's
Roll a religion.
construction
Oh,
work.
okay, I can do that.
It's
Yeah.
construction work.
Nobody likes you.
It's construction work.
The walls are glowing by themselves. Be quiet.
You know from your experience, from living in the temple that you have, your home temple has similar construction. Not for this purpose, but there are enchantments that certain kinds of spells can be put on certain architecture. So you probably gather that the light spell has been bound to the walls somehow through enchanting.
Right. That's interesting.
Like just how you make your sword glow, it's that same spell is basically bound to the walls.
So she's probably going up and touching the wall because she's a lunatic.
No, it's one of those things too
Oh,
where
shoot.
it's a familiar kind of energy that you're
Right.
that you're used to. So but you see a door.
I
Go
like
through it.
doors.
The door is locked.
That's
Oh. Hmm.
I can try running my head into it, full meat shield style.
Sure, go ahead.
No, I don't want to.
Break the door, guaranteed. I feel like
go
that's
ahead.
the thing.
Kick the door, Javik.
I
Sounds
implore
perfect.
you. I implore you to
Implore.
run into the door.
Do it, Javik, do it.
Work on this door.
Do a strength roll. Do a strength roll for running through the door.
Tell him my idea.
You guys want to pop the
Hold
lock?
on.
What are we doing?
I
Musical
What
wants
if
to run.
someone,
No, I
what if someone
don't.
tries to use
Musical
the
wants
same
to headbutt the
technique
door.
that...
No, that's Shadow.
Shadow wants to headbutt the door.
Yeah. What if we use the same technique he used to open the door back in the basement?
Did anyone actually see what he was doing? Because I cannot remember it.
He kind of used his
Okay.
own leverage to be able to pop some sort of weak point in the door.
Ew.
Perception roll, perhaps, to find the weakness in this door?
Done. Go for it.
You can all roll perception. Yeah.
This one for that. Huh? Oh, why?
So I can.
Musical, that lock's really old. And really well worn.
So can I like just bash it with the
I'm
hilt
not
of my
rolling.
sword and see
I'm
what
not-
happens?
I'm not rolling.
What's up? Musical?
Can I bash it with the hilt of my sword and break it off?
Well,
Roll a strength check. Roll
Okay.
an athletics. I just want to see
Athletics.
what you're doing.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
It doesn't break the door, but the side of the handle
Oh.
of the door that's on your guys' side comes off in a heap. Punk!
Oh, that's not a good thing to do. Okay.
Unless I just smash
Tarkus
to
looks
get
at
the lock
initiative.
exposed.
And you see,
Tarkus looks at this.
You see the lock go thunk, and you see the door go.
My skinny little
Open
small
or
paladin just did that. Yes.
Okay.
Groan.
Okay.
well, we're out.
Well, I'm groaning.
Groan.
Tarkus
I'm
looks at the
groaning
door
too.
that just opened. Just opened, then looks at Anicia and says, "Have you ever asked a rogue whether he has a key?"
You're a rogue?
Yep.
She's that naive. She's like, and it's like, but why would you
That's
have
what
a
I'm looking
key?
at, going, best team ever.
Have you even asked someone whether he has a key?
Why would you have had a key
Never.
though? Why would I have asked? There was no
And then
reason
I
for you to
fished
have a
out a
key.
brass key. And then I fished out the brass key.
Well, you could have said something while I was looking at the lock.
No. You do your thing. You look real macho back there.
And
I mean, we really
Senju,
appreciate it.
do me a favor and roll a perception check.
Sure.
Uh-oh.
That is
Yeah,
an awesome roll.
That key went to that lock.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you stop her then?
No. He was given the key to that door by Vaxildon.
Mm-hmm.
Senju, why did you not speak up?
Yeah, why do we have to ask you
Because I'm
everything?
far more entertained. Number one, he's not saying anything because he's just watching all people going in. Okay, let's bash the door. Trying to say something but couldn't.
You need to speak up next time.
Okay, then Tarkus rolls his
Where to
eyes,
now?
looks at the key, and says, maybe I don't need this anymore. Can I discard this now?
Yeah. If you want to save it, you never know if they
Never
if they
know.
fix the lock.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe it's a
I'll
skeleton key.
just keep it then. I'll just
So
keep it then.
so the door goes. Who's going through it?
I am.
Is the druid?
Best.
I think the
best
bird.
Druid's
team
going.
ever.
I think the druid's going through it first.
Best
I
team
think
ever.
Javik is like shoving people out of the way to get outside.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so the door opens the rest of the way, and you guys are in a it looks like a giant triangle looking style room. You guys actually pop out of a little room right here.
So we're here now?
And yeah, and you guys pop out of a little side room. You guys look, and you see this very opened area space, marble floor, seemingly glass ceiling, but it's one of those things to where it's glass, but it's also not, but it's also glass. It looks like it's there, but not at the same time. It looks almost ethereal. And you see this big, it's this big pyramid-shaped building, and you see this statue in the center that's of a woman, and she's got her hands kind of open and out in front of her, and you see this giant yellow sphere, this golden sphere, kind of spinning and slowly circling within her outstretched arms. You see other doors kind of near where you guys are, kind of sporadically around the outside edge of the open area. But yeah, the big part in the middle is just open. You just see this big open area, and you see veritable priests in robes.
We're in this temple!
Musical roll a religion, please.
Oh, knew that was coming. Like as soon as you said the statue, I started to suspect.
And
You know
it's
where you are. You don't know which god it is, but you know where you are.
So I
you're in the temple.
I just blurted out, we're in the temple! Or the temple area. I mean, it's not my god, but we're in that general area. She sounds excited, because this is like her happy place.
You see a small kind of human kind of walking towards you guys as you're walking out the door and goes, Oh, hello. It's very nice to meet you. I didn't see you come in the front. Hi.
Someone who has a bluff roll fix this.
Hello.
Can we freaking figure out whether or not this is another person in disguise, please? I'm getting sick and tired of
Perception
that.
rolls.
Okay, let's just perception roll this.
Actually, your better one is insight, because insight determines demeanor.
So we're going for insight instead.
Yeah.
I got that.
I did good.
From what you can tell, this priestly person, male, short red hair, freckles, robes. This is probably an apprentice of the deity of this particular temple. And he looks, like he's wanting. He either looks like he's either wanting to help or wanting to introduce himself and trying to find out why you guys are here. He looks a bit concerned about the door, though, as he looks over.
I probably look a little embarrassed.
Sorry about the door, Tarka says. Tarka says sorry about the door. Blame it on the paladin.
At which point she just cringes like,
Guys,
I did not realize where we were.
You really have to broadcast that, sweetie, or else they're not going to hear that you're actually trying to
Hey,
talk to me.
I want to approach the priest and talk.
Sure.
She basically says, I always forget his name.
Who, the thiefy guy?
The one that sent us up.
Oh, Vexilon.
Baxodon told us to tell you that he sent us up.
And he goes, oh, you're one of his, veritably well. And he kind of rushes over to where the lock was, and you see him kind of levitate it in the air, and kind of fixes it, and very, very quietly shuts the door and locks it. And he goes, oh, of course, you guys were here the whole time. It's good to see you.
And my character's like, but we weren't. Like, my character's protesting, she's like, but we weren't here the whole time, we just came in. My poor paladin's about to blow your cover.
Thanks a
Yeah,
lot. That we're
he-
batting
he,
3 for 3 now for freaking like property destruction
Best
right now.
team ever.
And he kind of looks over at you guys and goes, many of the priests within the Lady of the Light are former compatriots of myself included. I made a pretty shitty thief, so he figured that putting my good graces towards the Lady of the Light would be the best purpose for me, and I'm doing so well so far. It's been challenging, but I've been having fun.
Yeah, my
Freaking
paladin would probably
resolute.
know
I
like
don't know
that
what to
because
make
she's
of
been
him.
through the apprentice and initiate thing. She kind of knows what he's going through, I suppose.
Yeah. I do love this city. It's I'm glad my old line of work wasn't very fit for this kind of area. I don't mind saying so that I used to be a bit of a pickpocket, but I've put those days behind me to put myself towards the grace of Saren Ray.
Yeah,
And
my
as he says the name of Saren Ray, musical, you immediately know that name. She is the Lady of Light, also
Yes.
the Lady of Redemption. She is a god looked on favorably by those trying to find their way in life.
Mhm.
And she's a goddess of peace and of mercy.
So my character probably just smiles, like obviously genuinely smiles at this person, and says, "Well, you couldn't be in the service of a better deity for this." Because she's nice and good natured.
Saren Ray's light has made me a much better man. So, what brings you to the temple today?
Wait, so you said that you used to be a pickpocket?
Unfortunately, yes.
Will you perhaps still have any connections that you know of that might know some information regarding the prison? She says the last part very quietly.
And he kind of looks closer to you and goes, well, I'm sorry, no, I'm not an alchemist.
Okay.
No, I'm
I look at him
asking if
and
you know
says-
anybody that might know something about him.
He kind of looks at you and goes, unfortunately, no. I'm not sure what you're looking for.
Well, perhaps we can talk to the head
And
priest.
he basically tells you kind of the same thing that Baxothon told you earlier, is that he knows of some contacts that have met their end very swiftly, and that they determined it to be poison, but they haven't found the cause. So,
Well, perhaps could we talk to the head priest?
the head priest here. Let me see if she's available. I'll be right back. And he kind of scurries off.
Before he leaves,
what's up?
before he leaves, I just say, "Don't I know you?"
Wait, what?
Have you ever been here to Xbox before?
No.
No.
You know that I don't.
Okay.
It's just a joke.
he-
It's just a joke
okay.
from his part.
All right, fair. So.
You're horrible.
Don't I know that? No, I don't. So he kind of scurries off, and about a couple minutes later, he comes back to you guys and says, I regret to inform you that the lady is unfortunately at the castle at present. You can find her there if you're looking for her. The Lady Pike. She's not only one of the council members, she's also the head priestess here at the temple.
Well, I need to go to the castle anyway. I guess that'll be my destination.
Alright, anybody going with her?
I'm
Alright.
looking at the party like, are we
I wanna
staying
ask
together or
one more
splitting?
question.
Alright, what's up, Shadow?
One more question to the gentleman. How about the bodies? Where did they take the bodies after they were found poisoned?
Many of them, if they lived here within the city, were buried in the cemetery district. If they were not of kindred here in the city, they were sent to a funeral pyre, as most are.
So none of them are still in the examination room or anything like that? Like still being checked on? They were just immediately buried or burned?
We dispose of our dead as quickly as we can, unfortunately. We do have little space.
There's also the whole disease and contagion thing.
Well, it looks like me. Hey, musical, you're in the mood for some grave digging?
She's looking at you like, you cannot be serious.
That counts you out. Druid, how about you?
Question. Which one's the front door so I can go?
It's basically asking
Good
because
question.
there are just so many doors scattered. Oh, you actually see a larger kind of an open archway door that kind of leads out this way. So yeah, you know the way out.
So I'll just leer to the halfway,
you're
just
out.
like, hey, elves.
Come on, are we really splitting the party? Well, you guys
No!
I'll
Don't
leer
split
to
the
halfway.
party!
They can meet up at like the park or whatever.
Are
Are you guys determining a meeting place? Come on, like.
We'll communicate. I'm gonna freaking go out to the graveyard and freaking dig up those bodies and see what I can find.
Aren't you sure it's a
Anyone
little
wanna come
bit...
with me?
That's a little bit disrespectful, isn't it?
Disrespectful, but we need more information on what's going on here.
But at what
There might be
cost?
some information. Right now, we don't have a good lead. All
She's
we
like
have is a bunch of
frowning
bodies
big time.
All we do is have a bunch of bodies and names we don't even have yet.
Okay.
Connections of names.
So who's going to the graveyard?
I'll go.
Are we splitting the party? Are we splitting
Yes.
the party? Do I have to have a good day?
What? Oh no, can
What?
we not give Milo a good day? Can we please?
This is why we never split the
User
party.
joined your
This
channel.
is
frick.
why.
Oh, okay.
Oh frick, we're screwed.
Little
Well-
girls shouldn't be going into graveyards.
Toriko, are you going to
concur.
the castle? Are you going to the castle or?
Why?
Because we got
this
two options.
music?
We got two options right now. You guys, the castle or the graveyard? Where are you guys going?
I'm going to the graveyard no matter what. Even if it has to be alone.
The player wants to go to the graveyard, the character wants to go to the stupid castle.
Musical can go to the graveyard, and
No.
Mischief can go to the castle. Simple.
I can't split myself like that!
Look on the
Tarkus
bright
can
side.
follow
Then,
Devin.
Now
hey,
you know how I feel when I'm in
musical, just
close
go with my
spaces.
character then.
Yeah, that's probably what she's gonna do.
Okay, Toriko, are you going to the graveyard or the castle? Where are you going? Going to
Little
the castle?
girls can't
The
go
girls
to
are
the
going to the
graveyard.
castle. Okay.
Oh shoot, no, wait, I'm not ready for this.
Well, I think the drunk Birdman is gonna stick with the
Alright, so
rather
guys,
silent.
as I'm trying to
With the
describe
rogue
this whole
elf.
city to you guys, so you guys kind of know the layout. Alright, so these right here, these are actually roads. These are actually paths. Right here too. So the fastest way to the castle is along this path down through here. Right through here and
So
down
how-
through here. That's
Okay,
a
like
So
that
how the
way.
hell are they there? How the hell are they there?
That's the fastest way to the castle. There's two ways to kind of get to the graveyard. You can either go through the major courtyard of the religious district around this way, or you can go kind of towards the castle and then off to the side this way.
Courtyard.
So basically, what the GM says is, let's go to the castle first before we go to the graveyard.
Yeah, either way you're gonna get to the castle before you get to the graveyard, kind of.
I think she's steering us a little.
DM override.
But I think in Rogue's terms, I think the sneakier path would be better. You guys can go the direct way to the castle. We can just go through. You can just go bypass the castle.
So are you suggesting the sneaky path to Javik then?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
If
if
he
you guys
still-
go through the main side of the courtyard and then around, like this is, you're still